Gavana wa Siaya James Agri Orengo ajipata kwenye njia panda baada ya MCA Gordon kuweka mswada wa kumimpeach. Hii inafuatia matamshi yake tata kumhusu gavana wa Homa Bay Gladys Wanga, na kabla ya hayo kulitokea maandamano makali ya wanawake kulalamikia matamshi ya gavana James Orengo ambaye amesimama kidete. Je, mswada wa kumimpeach James Orengo utafaulu? Hebu tutumie maoni yako, na iwapo hujasubscribe tafadhali subscribe ili uwe wa kwanza kupata habari moto punde zinapotokea.
We are not happy about it. We want to condemn it with the strongest terms possible. We are requesting him to give respect to our governor, give respect to our party leader. They didn't impose themselves to be leaders. We chose them to be our leaders. So we want to request him to stay in Siaya, work for Siaya people, and don't ever step in Homa Bay to come and abuse our governor.
I am really disappointed as a woman, and I am calling upon all the women. Actually, we will even call upon every woman worldwide, because it is very disrespectful for someone by the name Orengo, who is our governor, to come and insult our governor Gladys Wanga. She's not only our governor, but she's the chair of the Orange Democratic Movement. And she's a pride to us as women. There is no way that Orengo can come and talk about sex, and talk about panties, and talk about any other thing. Very useless of him, because after all, even if it was a battle of the wits, Governor Gladys has never insulted Orengo at any function. So coming to insult him, especially sexually, I am so disappointed in anyone who is using sex to victimize anybody. Because after all, even Orengo himself engages in sex. So saying that a woman engages in sex, yes, it is true. Every one of us is a product of sex. So coming to sexualize this position is a shame. And shame on him. Orengo, shame on you. Orengo, shame on you.
The fact that we are making noise here, we are yelling because we are unhappy. In fact, we are very much perturbed. We didn't know that the words we heard from Senior Councillor Orengo would be mentioned by him. We didn't know he would talk such nasty words. And today we want to condemn the words that came from him with the strongest terms possible. The outgoing Siaya governor, we want to tell you that you have thrown the respect that we gave you to the dogs. You will never command any respect from Homa Bay County at all.
Yes.
All the women in Homa Bay County are tired. In fact, what we want you to know is that you ran away from ODM because ODM is only one party.
Yes.
We don't know about the factions that you people are talking about.
Yes.
And one question that I want to ask you, where was Babu Owino? Where was Babu Owino when you were coming to Homa Bay? Where was Sifuna when you were coming to Homa Bay? That shows you very clearly that they have run away from you. And what you spoke yesterday does not even match your age. Our governor is worth being your granddaughter.
Yes.
You are not a young person. And you mentioned it yesterday that when you started politics, Governor Wanga was not born.
Yes.
And we want you to know that we really acknowledge that. And that means that your time in politics has expired. one person that we don't know.
Tunakemea hiyo jinsi vile Orengo alipaa tu hapa Homa Bay. Bila gavana wetu Gladys Wanga kujua na anakuja na nia mbaya ya kutusi wanawake. Sisi kama wanawake hatukubali hiyo maneno vile jinsi Orengo alikuja hapa Homa Bay. Haizi kuja akatusi wanawake. Tunamheshimu na sisi kama wanawake Gladys Wanga ndio mentor wetu. Mwanamke iko nyuma yetu. Kwa sababu ya Gladys Wanga hatuwezi kuruhusu hiyo na maneno itokelezee tena hapa Homa Bay. Orengo, tafadhali heshimu, ni kitu muhimu. Heshimu wanawake. Heshima kwa wanawake. Heshima kwa wanawake.
Noting that Section 13, 1A and B of the Leadership and Integrity Act 2012 requires state officer to treat members of the public and other public officers with courtesy and respect and to maintain high standards of ethical conduct both in public and private life. Further noting that Section 16 of the Leadership and Integrity Act 2012 obligates state officers to conduct themselves, whether in public or private life, in a manner that maintains public confidence in the integrity of the office, aware that the County Assembly of Share Standing Orders and general parliamentary traditions and practice requires members of the County Assembly to conduct themselves with decorum, dignity, mutual respect, and in a manner that upholds the honor and the dignity of the County Assembly and public office. Deeply concerned that Honorable Governor Wewe, while addressing public gathering in Ulugu's town, Homa Bay County, allegedly made unprintable, offensive, and sexually suggestive remarks intended to demean, ridicule, and disrespect the President of the Republic of Kenya, Honorable Dr. Wetu, and the Governor of the Homa Bay County, Honorable Gladys Wanga, further concerned that the same utterances allegedly contained sexually offensive, derogatory, and demeaning statements directed at both the President and the Governor of Homa Bay County. Contrary to the constitutional values of leadership, integrity, human dignity, and mutual respect and decorum expected of a state officer under the Constitution of Kenya 2010, deeply apprehensive that the remarks attributed to Honorable Governor Wewe not only amounted to personal attacks against the President of the Republic of Kenya and the Governor of Homa Bay County, but also portray blatant disrespect towards women in leadership and women generally by reducing matters of public leadership and governance to self-offensive references touching on gender and sexuality. Noting that such utterances undermines the constitutional principle of equality and freedom from discrimination under Article 27, 28 of the Constitution, diminish the dignity of women and promote harmful stereotypes that are inconsistent with the values of respect, inclusivity, and protection of human dignity enshrined in the Constitution and the Leadership and Integrity Act 2012. Noting that the conduct complained of, if established, amount to gross misconduct, abuse of public office, breach of leadership and integrity, requirement in integrity, requirements and conduct and becoming of a member of the county assembly. The county assembly therefore resolves that 1. Honorable Governor Wewe be and is hereby suspended from the service of the county assembly for the period of 30 days, 30 sitting days for the conduct of becoming of a member of the county assembly and for alleged violation of constitution Constitution, the Leadership and Integrity Act 2012, and the standing orders of the County Assembly. During the period, that is true, during the period of suspension, Honorable Wewe shall not participate in the sitting or proceedings of the County Assembly or its committee, and shall not access privileges accorded to members of the County Assembly except as may be permitted under the standing order and applicable law. 3. Honorable Wewe be removed from all committees of the County Assembly in which he currently serves pending determination of the matter by the House. 4. The committee empowers and privilege to undertake investigation into the conduct, statements, and utterances attributed to Honorable Wewe and determine whether the same amount to misconduct, breach of privilege, violation of the Leadership and Integrity Act 2012, abuse of office, or conduct and becoming of a member of the County Assembly. 5. In undertaking the investigation, the Committee on Powers and Privilege shall accord the member an opportunity to be heard in compliance with the Article 47, Article 50 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010 and rules of natural justice. Thank you, Mrs. Speaker.
Allow me to express my disappointment and embarrassment to one Honorable Onguru, who I suppose is a husband and a father to the utterances he made in Homa Bay some days back. Honorable Speaker, as a woman and a mother, it is a disgrace to women in leadership by terming that women can only sexualize their way to leadership. We have women of substance. For example, Her Excellency Gladys Wanga. Gladys is a woman of high substance, in the sense that, Mr. Speaker, talking as an elected woman leader here, I know what women go through for women to earn themselves elected posts, be it or just a post of MCA, the way I earned myself this seat. We go through nightmare. Mr. Speaker, remember, I lost weight, I think 15 kgs during that time of campaign. How about a woman governor? What did she go through? So, I not only find it embarrassing or demeaning, but very cruel.
I'm the chairman of Legal Justice Committee in this House. The chair, it is very unfortunate on the current happenings and current utterances being made around. Not only in this one, it is a Mr. Speaker, and it becomes our concern, noting that now we are heading to a very high-octane political period. Mr. Speaker, this has been discussed in various levels. We have had people make various and crazy statements, even from our leaders. Not only even now that we have Onguru speaking, not Honorable Onguru speaking, then now it becomes a problem. It is a general problem that some are even emanating very weird statements from even the women themselves. And I take this for anybody else, and I say it before this House, that if we revisit some of the statements that have been made by some of our women leaders, Mr. Speaker, I'm saying this kind of trend is not very good. As much as we are regretting about the whole of it. We are here. I know, Mr. Speaker, I'm a member of ODM, I've been the secretary of the party, and I want to be very clear in my conscience. We don't support any negative or any words that are either feminizing or on a very bad fit to dehumanize anybody else in any way.
I speak here because women leaders are always a soft target. It's not the first time that this has happened. Such abusive language has been targeted towards women. And that's one reason, Mr. Speaker and my colleagues, that the number of women leadership in Kenya is low, and it will continue being low because men do not respect women. And a woman leader is seen as a sexual object. And that's coming from one of us in this county assembly was something that everybody was in shock. I was in shock. I'm still in shock. I'm recovering from that shock. Therefore, I stand to support this motion in its totality, the way it is, so that we put the record straight, that we cannot continue using women and abusing women in the name of seeking to control them or seeking to bring them down.
We must recognize that we are sons of women, that we are husbands of women, and that we are fathers of women. And so, women are not any lesser human beings. But here, we are dealing with a very sensitive issue. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, first for approving this motion in the abstract language in which it is. Because, as Mheshimiwa Wetu was saying, the ideal motion should have contained with the utterances verbatim. But the utterances, as alleged, are directed at a very high office in this country. And His Excellency the President said, even as we say should not have been mentioned in the manner we suggest it was mentioned out there, should not be mentioned or repeated even here in that manner. And so I am grateful that this motion, Mr. Speaker, this was wisdom that it was approved. This way so that when we retire to the Committee on Powers and Privilege, the details of the utterances, the reason, and whether they were uttered only, whether they were uttered, would then be addressed by the relevant committee. Let us also be awake to the fact that, as the Speaker has already pointed out, this is a motion to approve or not to approve whether Mheshimiwa Wewe is being subjected to disciplinary procedure
pursuant to the provisions of the motion on the conduct of Honorable Jordan Nguru, MC for Mr. Symbol, as contained in the order paper. The county assembly resolved as indicated in the order paper. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. And will as many as of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Endelea kufuatilia Washy TV kwa habari motomoto. Tafadhali subscribe ili uwe wa kwanza kupata habari punde zinapotokea. Asante sana kwa kuendelea kutegea Washy TV, na wewe ni wetu.
Committee convene at the earliest opportunity and using the rule of national justice, allow Honorable Nguru to appear before you and prosecute his case expeditiously for justice to prevail to all. Secondly, on the motion of the CC member, I direct the party whip, the majority whip, to quickly constitute another committee to proceed with the investigations. Meanwhile, the Secretariat to write to the officers as directed in the motion.
Jina langu ni Washington Mwake. Wapo huja subscribe, tafadhali subscribe ili uwe wa kwanza kupata habari punde zinapotokea. Asante sana kwa mtazamaji bora. Hadi wakati mwingine, jina langu ni Washington Mwage.